Well, again, hello from Hong Kong. I wanted to share a little information about some switches and fuses. I get a lot of people that talk to me, and they they have their battery bank, and they wire everything straight off the battery terminals, which is just a wrong thing to do. It's just not safe. Basically, from your battery bank, you would go to an ANL fuse, something like this. This has got a cover on it, so nothing falls on it. And it's an ANL fuse. And fuse goes in here. See which way it comes off. But the ANL fuse, like this one, is rated for 500 amps. So again, I'm putting together a 12 volt bank right now. So I've got some parts out here. This is a 500 amp. I've got some other ANL fuses. These are all 500s. Here I've got some 150s for different fuse holders. But again, an ANL fuse holder. So from your battery bank to the ANL fuse holder, and these slip in and go in here. I can unscrew it a little bit here. Just doesn't want to go back in. Alright, and so then that is, so I've got my, from the battery positive post to my ANL fuse. From my ANL fuse, I go to disconnect, standard on and off, so I can isolate the battery if there is some kind of issue. If this fuse, if it pops, then I want to be able to, see if it's in the on position, I want to be able to turn it off. So, and again, with this I can isolate, so nobody can turn it back on and off. But then after you've gone to your switch, then you make your connections with bus bars. Like this right here is this is the negative, and here I've labeled it, but here's my negative and here's my positive. So everything goes off of this. So, like for instance, on the negative post, I would have from the negative of the battery would go to a shunt, which is going to give me and tell me what my charges are and everything for my battery monitor. Then from that, it goes straight up to this, and everything connects to it. And as you can see, it's got very, very long posts. So I would go straight to the center post, and then everything else that would come off of that. And if I had a 12 volt inverter, then I would still take the inverter straight off the center post. I'm trying to balance out how the amps are distributed through the whole system. But again, bus bars and fuses and isolation, it's a really important thing, and so many people overlook it. Everybody believes that it's a cost that they don't need to have. They can run everything, connect everything right to a battery post. Well, that's just, I think, is wrong, and I encourage everyone to not do that. Use bus bars. Be able to isolate your batteries and fuse your batteries. As I mean, it could be a very dangerous situation. These ANL fuses are cheap as chips. This holder, I don't know, I don't think it was even $10 US, and these things I think are $3 US each. You know, and just having some of these around, and this disconnect, they go anywhere from $30 to $100. This one here is rated at 500 amps. So my bus bars are at 500 amps. My ANL fuse is at 500 amps. It's a set system. So please, I encourage everyone to, draw out your system, get your shutoffs, your fuses, use bus bars. If you're going to connect a lot of things to them, do it at a bus bar. It's nice and clean, it's neat. You can even, off of this, go and use some more shutoffs off to your inverter. Your charge controller is going to come to these. You can have the disconnect right here, so you can isolate your charge controller as well. Just being able to maintain, and if you're going to live off grid, or you're going to sell the power back to, your utility company, really, really important to have these fuses. And again, use the right size cable. And so, I mean, if you're going to draw 50 amps, you're not going to go and use a 12 AWG wire to it. Get big, beefy wires, go by your length, and go by a full round trip on what your resistance is going to be. I try to keep everything between 1% and 2% loss. So, again, bus bars are a good thing, and they're worth it. As you can see, big, handles, lots of power, and then once the wires go to it, you got a nice cover to it. Everything is labeled out. You know exactly what's happening. So please think and do it the right way. Do it right the first time. All right. Be good. Be safe. Be well. Bye bye.